Pippin is one of the top performers on the Solana chain today. The question is why? Who's buying here? Who's selling here? Let's have a look at the on-chain data, the data most people are not considering. Now, this is not the first video on Pippin on this channel. I published one 11 days ago and it actually underperformed the average video by 30%. So not a lot of retail interest. The price at the time was 28 cents and that was pretty much at the tippy-toppy peak. We afterwards went down by 67% and now we are coming back. What is going on? Isn't it fascinating that we've got less buyers than sellers today, yet we see that much of a price increase? This, I believe, hints towards the big money getting in, right? The people that buy tend to move more money than the people that sell. It's not that there's a lot of individuals that are buying this up, right? It's just a few wallets that buy a lot. Now, here's the nice thing about Pippin. Most trading volume still happens on decentralized exchanges, so directly on the Solana blockchain, not necessarily on the centralized ones. That means that the price discovery still happens on-chain. That means that our on-chain analytics are very useful. Now, on Solana, we've currently got roughly 30,000 wallets that hold Pippin. But not all of those wallets are created equal, right? Some of them might just be bot wallets that just hold a few cents of the token. So let's put some minimum holding thresholds in this analysis. On the left side, we see the number of wallets that have at least 5,000 Pippin tokens. So at the current price, that's roughly $1,000 worth of the token. On the right side, it's $100,000 worth of the token. In the middle, it's $10,000. So it's small retail on the left, medium-sized retail in the middle, and the whales on the right. Now, something is fascinating. We saw an all-time high of all wallet cohorts in the middle of November of last year. We peaked a bit earlier in the number of whales and a bit later in the number of small retail holders, because small retail tends to be slower, but still the number of holders peaked in the middle of November. And yes, subsequently the price went down, but now we are at an all-time high, even though the number of holders is not at an all-time high. Again, another indication that the whales might be buying up, maybe potentially anticipating centralized exchange listings, right? Maybe those are market makers that are buying here. Because the number of first-time traders that interacted with the token on-chain peaked on the 10th of January. Since then, this seems to decline. The number of token transactions peaked on the 14th of January. Yet we are recovering again. Not necessarily something we would expect with those on-chain metrics. The trading volume is also on a new level right now. There was the initial adoption, then attention died down, and we had maybe $200,000 or so worth of trading volume at the bottom, but then this peaked up again up to 60 million. We can see that over time, large retail and the whales tend to take over a bit more of the trading volume, relatively speaking. And right now, we've got 67% of the entire supply of Pippin held by wallets that have at least $100,000 worth of the token. The wallets that have less than $1,000 worth of the token only hold 2.2% of the supply. Now, crypto as a whole is clearly expanding right now. The stablecoin market cap is going up. That means that people are sending their fiat currency indirectly, for example, through centralized exchanges to the stablecoin issuers. So whenever money is flowing into crypto, we see the stablecoin market cap going up. Whenever money is flowing out of crypto, we tend to see the stablecoin market caps going down. Over here is the Terra Luna collapse. So this is when UST went bust. Afterwards, we had the FTX collapse. And then since October of 2023, we are expanding again. So money is flowing into crypto. People are sending their fiat to the issuers. And then we can see that issuance here on chain. Now, had you bought Bitcoin in October of 2023, the gains would have been nice. So that's an appreciation of 281% in the span of a bit over a year. But then there's of course inherent leverage in smaller tokens, right? It takes a lot of money to move Bitcoin. It doesn't take that much money to move something like Fartcoin, for example. Fartcoin, since listing on CoinMarketCap, went up by 18,000%. Isn't that better than just holding Bitcoin? The art is of course to find something like Fartcoin early, right? To be among the insiders, to be among the people that tend to make the right trades. And here is how I personally find those tokens early. I made a video on Fartcoin very early on this channel, and the way I did this is I got an alert that Kyle Chessy bought the token at 5 cents. That was on October 23rd, and I got that alert via on-chain analysis. So through various techniques, we can find what influencer owns what kind of wallet, and then we can get those wallets and get alerts whenever those wallets transact. And so for Kyle Chessy, for example, we've got 12 wallets that we are following. Here is his YouTube channel. He's got 141,000 subscribers. And this is how the price developed since that alert, right? A very nice gain, much better than just buying and holding Bitcoin. And also over a shorter time period, right? This is October of 2024, and the crypto expansion started in October of 2023. So 1 year since that alert. And so really, this is, I believe, how to make money. It's very important to have an edge in the market, to know more than the rest. It's not enough to just buy the largest of the tokens, because again, it's all about the upside. Have a look at the top performing meme tokens in the last 7 days. It's all relatively small market caps. It's in the tens of millions, maybe hundreds of millions. Each and every single token made at least 100% in the last week. This is very different to the largest meme coins, right? Not a single one of those tokens made 100% in the last week. It's really about buying those small tokens and buying them early, knowing those tokens before others do, knowing those tokens when the smart money is buying in as well. And so I just bought another token today. This time crypto god John bought the token for $50,000. And we don't necessarily need to get the best traders always, right? It's just enough to follow traders that have a lot of followers, right? Crypto god John has 775,000 followers. When he talks about a token, of course this generates attention, and attention leads to purchases, and purchases lead to rising prices. It's not even necessarily about following the smartest people. It's just about following the people that have other people that follow them, so that we simply have purchases after our purchase. Since that alert, the price of that token more than doubled already. And so we're not just following Kyle Chessy and crypto god John. Another influencer that has very high risk plays is Crypto Gains. He's got 144,000 subscribers. He buys into very small tokens as well, and he's got a very loyal following. And we've got 55 of his wallets. He's changing wallets more often than other people change their underwear, so this is why the number is so inflated. But we've also got wallets by the really big guys, the people that might not buy the super micro caps, but that have a lot of following to still move even bigger tokens. For example, Crypto Banter, 1.4 million subscribers, and 33 wallets of them are tracked by us. I really like this strategy. That's why I made a dedicated tutorial course just on that topic. How can we find influencer wallets? So there are several approaches. How can we then also track those wallets, and how can we finally interpret the signals that we get from the tracking? It's all part of the premium membership of this channel. Premium is not just about wallet tracking, it's also about risk mitigation. It's also about on-chain analytics, right? The charts that we have seen in this video. There are more than 100 tutorial videos in total in premium. So feel free to check it out. It's currently $165 per month. There's also a 1-week money back guarantee. So in case you don't like premium, just message me within the first 7 days and I'll refund you 100%. There's really zero risk for you. Now there is clearly accumulation by the whales happening for Pippin, right? Pippin is going up because the heavyweights are buying in. They take over more and more of the supply, probably because of centralized exchange listings that might be coming. And so probably there is more upside. Now, how much more upside? Let's compare market caps. Let's have a look at the rest of the Pump.fun ecosystem. Pippin has now 190 million of market cap. And if we were to double from here, we'd get close to Peanut. If we were to triple from here, we get closer to AI Rig Complex. And beyond that, it gets a bit tougher, right? We're probably not going to flip Fartcoin. In other words, we might see the 40 cents, the 50 cents for the token. But are we going to see a $1 for Pippin? Probably not. We will need more centralized exchange adoption for the price to climb higher. Once we get the Binances of this world listing the token, then it might make sense to offload again. Because this is in the end what the game is all about, right? It's about buying tokens that can still do multiple X returns. When we've got tokens that can go down 30, 40, 50%, then we also need to get that risk compensated for by potential nice upside. And once we have the listing, then the upside does get limited to a degree. If you got some value out of this video, feel free to subscribe. I publish videos regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. See you in the next video, or see you in premium. Cheers.